me on a time machine back to the fall of the year 4026 BC, or 6,041 years ago. Long time. We're about to witness the crowning glory of Jehovah's creative works. The creation of the first human being, Adam. And the amazing thing is that this creature is made from the dust particles of the earth. That's not all. Then Jehovah performs divine surgery and makes a beautiful helper for Adam and companion Eve. Then he performs the first wedding ever recorded in the Bible. He blesses these newlyweds, gives them plenty of enjoyable work, assignments, and a mandate to fill and populate the earth. So the story could have ended there. They would, as usual, live forever, happily ever after. Generations of perfect people enjoying life on the earth today. What a prospect. That's all recorded in the Bible. First chapter of the first book of the Bible. Genesis 1, 26 to 28. Let's read that together. Genesis 1, 26 to 28, it reads, Then God said, Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have in subjection the fish of the sea, the flying creatures of the heavens, and the domestic animals, and all the earth, and every creeping animal that is moving on the earth. And God went on to create the man in his image. In God's image he created him. Male and female he created them. Further, God blessed them. God said to them, Be fruitful, become many, fill the earth and subdue it, having subjection the fish of the sea and the flying creatures of the heavens and every living creature that is moving on the earth. So that expression in verse 26, let us make man in our image. So Jehovah was not alone. He had a partner, his only begotten Son, Christ Jesus. So with his master worker, after billions of years, creating the universe and the planets and preparing the earth, finally the first human being, made in the likeness of God. So was he creating another God? No. This is a human creature, but with divine attributes of love, justice, and wisdom. Animals don't have those attributes. So that man would be the global administrator over the animals. Verse 27, very clearly, the human family was created two opposite sexes, male and female. Enough said. Verse 28, God blesses the newlyweds, gives them plenty of enjoyable work, and a mandate to populate the earth with a perfect human family. So the family then is the oldest institution on earth. Plays a vital role in society. We know that strong families make strong congregations. We know that Jehovah is the originator of the family unit. In an ideal family, a happy family is a haven of peace and security. The children feel safe. They're excited to speak with their parents about whatever situation. They spend relaxing time together. That's refreshing. True happiness is found in a family as a gift from God. But unfortunately, this is not a reality, is it? Because most families do not even have a degree of happiness. So what went wrong? How was family happiness disrupted? Well, students of the Bible recognize and accept the fact that family bliss was disrupted when Satan rebelled against God. Not only that, but he succeeded in persuading Adam and Eve and wicked angels who became demons to abandon Jehovah. And the result, Jehovah's original purpose was not lost, but disrupted. And as a result, the human family has become divided socially, politically, religiously, economically. It's interesting that in 2 Timothy chapter 3, it even describes what people would be like in our day, which is termed the last days. It's stated that people would be selfish, they would be unthankful. It's interesting that just in the last generation, this word unthankful, when we were growing up, please and thank you, that was part of life. And there were consequences if we didn't use those words. What happens now? Well, you take a trip to McDonald's. We were there yesterday, actually. So what happens when you're ready to order? Is it, may I please have? No, they will think you're speaking a different language. You said that. No, it's, I will take, or I want 3 Big Macs and a large fries. Right? Now, once the order comes, what happens? Is there a thank you very much? No. You grab the food and head for the ketchup machine. Is that true or not? But that's the life that we live today, and that's what the Bible calls the last days. If we're told that people would be disloyal, no natural affection, children disobedient to parents, is that true? They have an expression called dysfunctional families. What does that mean? Well, that's simple. That just means families that don't function, right? That's simple. So the result is stress, unhappiness. So that's what we have today. Stress, unhappiness. So we cannot even imagine the severity of Adam's sin because we don't know what perfect human life is like. We can't appreciate that. So we can't even imagine what Adam and Eve lost. But what we do know is the bitter consequences that resulted. So they were permitted to have children, but Eve would suffer in childbirth and bringing children into the world. Her husband, instead of marital bliss, her husband would dominate her. That continues today. They were cast out of that beautiful garden. They had to sweat out an existence among the weeds and the thorns. That's where weeds came from, by the way. And not only that, but they became responsible for that death sentence that we're also under ourselves. So that's all pretty negative, is it not? But that's the reality. But something positive. We're interested in how family happiness will be restored. So that's the positive part. It is interesting that almost immediately after Satan's rebellion, including Adam and Eve, Jehovah God came to mankind's rescue by means of the first Bible prophecy. Chapter 3, verse 15 of Genesis. You can read of the first prophecy recorded in the Bible. This is really a twofold prophecy. It says, I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your offspring and her offspring. He will crush your head, you will crush him in the heel. So this is Jehovah God speaking directly to Satan the devil. So Satan would be successful in striking the seed, or Jesus, in the heel. We know this happened when Jesus sacrificed his perfect human life. And that sacrifice we commemorated last Friday at the Lord's evening meal. However, the second part of that prophecy, pronouncing judgment on the serpent, that has not occurred yet. When Jesus will actually crush Satan in the head, a mortal blow. So that part of the prophecy has not yet been fulfilled. But this ransom arrangement, we know, is the most outstanding evidence of God's love ever made. The opportunity for us to recoup what Adam lost, that perfect human life that we really cannot fully understand. The prophecy of world events leading to mankind's perfect family happiness is also recorded. So turn to 1 Corinthians chapter 15. We'll read verses 24 to 28.